Alrighty, we just watched
The fifth
episode of that wonderful, creative, bombastically original Agatha All Along. It is the best episode of the series so far, by virtue of the fact that it was the shortest episode so far, and probably will be the shortest episode of the 2 hours left.
Yeah.
It was tragically predictable. Guess what? Like in every episode that they all clamor about and bitch about, Agatha gonna betray him and steal their power. Somebody died because she stole her power.
Yep.
Oh my God. It was such a shock. And then the air quote script reveal of the twink being Billy or Bobby or whatever, one of the sons of the Scarlet Witch.
Billy Maximoff, Wiccan.
Whoop-de-doo.
Is confirmed.
Ooh, air quotes. I think it was a public release through Shield channels to gin up interest in this turd of a show.
No, it was closed captions.
Well, however, yes.
That
still
referred to him as Billy, and people put it. Wait a minute, who's Billy? That's and that's how it got out.
Yeah, but still, it was. It got out. It was
somebody in the closed captions department screwed up, and that's and spilled it that way. That's what happened.
And there was a lone gunman and everything else.
But
it was just god awful. It was again terrible. It wasn't
really
interesting.
You didn't like him riding the broomstick?
Especially, I didn't like him riding the broomstick because they talked about feminism, and that's all I heard was blah, blah, blah. It's an HR department. And like in all HR departments, it's a circular firing squad till there's one left. I wonder who's going to be the last one left of the show. Oh, I bet you it's going to be Agatha.
Oh, you think the title character maybe?
Maybe. It is. I feel like I'm the Hindenburg landing crew watching this fucker float away, and I can't wait for it to blow up.
Wow.
But it's the best show of the series so far.
Best episode.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just on the strength that it's the shortest.
Absolutely.
So, no, I didn't hate it. I mean, I see what they're doing. They're going, test after test after,
And for anybody who's too
didn't
stupid...
expect... Okay, spoilers, okay? Because we're doing it, okay? I didn't expect it to be Agatha's test this week. We still got Patti LuPone's character to be tested. And, and what's up with that gal? There is something up with her, and I want to know. And I know it's going to be revealed.
I have the answer.
We got 4 episodes to go.
How many of those bitches in the 7 do you actually ever see? I think she's the 7th.
Oh, you know what? She may be.
Oh.
Ooh. One of the Salem 7.
Because how the fuck could... What kind of a dumb witch would fucking leave the goddamn door open to let these other witches through, which only weakens the ability of the Salem 7 that they're scared of.
That was kind of weak. That, we left the door open and let them in. Well, you know what? That might have been... her doing it on purpose, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it could have been that. And
boring.
It might turn out to be that. And that actually is an interesting idea. It hadn't occurred to me. And, that puts a little different, perspective on that gal.
Because how is it that she had the psychic link to...
Well, she is like one of those, like a seer of, like that.
Okay, then, but I still think it's that she's the 7th.
But she could very well be. Yes. Oh, yeah, dude. That made it very possible.
Wolf in the fold. Come on. It is. They're using so many of the recycled and tired old tropes of writing and everything else. Why not that?
Everything's variations on themes anyway, and they're throwing all of the stereotype witchery that they can throw into this, and that's kind of the point. So either you appreciate it for what it is or you don't. Because
I don't appreciate it because it's not interesting. And I've seen far better shows about witchcraft than this. Far better. With not as much money spent.
Yeah, but you got to take a little grain of salt with it because this is the witchcraft of the MCU, the comic books.
That makes it even worse.
And so
because it should be better. It should be better.
It's a different supernatural
exactly,
reality,
but then it should be
comics.
better based from Doctor Strange, and even with chaos magic that from the quantum containment unit.
Well,
There's all sorts of different things that you could do, and they are doing the base level, and under that, it is nothing interesting.
But I mean, yeah, no, they could have done a little bit more
A
due
lot
diligence into the supernatural,
within the Marvel universe.
and not just in Doctor Strange, but all throughout. There's all kinds of
Different sorts
and
of...
I mean, they've already dropped Mephisto's name.
Oh, yeah.
Do they even know who Mephisto even was?
I bet somebody Googled
it. And the significance of bringing Mephisto into the MCU.
He's not going to be brought in. I know you and Whatchjigger thought
No,
that was going to happen.
Whether it happens here or not, they dropped his name, so he's going to come into the picture at some point, somewhere.
Well,
And, it just remains to be seen what they do with
and
it.
that was just to...
Because Mephisto was one of Silver Surfer's.
You got to watch. You got to keep watching, because he's going to show up. Just like Darth Plagueis showed up.
Oh, God, stop it.
It is same thing.
They didn't even hint at that. So that was just like whatever. That was just stupid.
Same thing here.
Whether we actually get a look at Mephisto or not, nothing else. It establishes that Mephisto is part of the supernatural world of the MCU, and they are aware of his existence. Enough.
They could have done it a million times better.
Well, they could have, but
they should have.
It was just dropping a name at the time, but we'll see if
it's to breadcrumb.
It becomes anything.
It's the breadcrumb.
I still think that this is what the ultimate purpose of this is how they're going to bring Wanda back to the MCU at the end, because I think that's what's going to happen with Billy at the end. He's going to make it to the end of the Witch's Road, and he's going to be reunited with his mother, and that's what's going to happen, and that's what's going to bring her back to the MCU. Whether you like it or not, or you think it's a good, it's still, nobody ever dies forever in the comics. They always find a way to bring them back. And I really think that is the purpose of this show, more than to showcase Agatha like it is to bring Wanda back at the end.
That's still stupid.
And I'll take it, because why not? Wanda's got to come back somehow.
You'll take it just because you like the actress and the character's been done wrong?
No, because Wanda's coming back somehow. And if this is what they're doing with it, I'll take it, because what else are they going to do? How else are they going to bring her back?
This whole show, hold on, wait. This whole show could have been better as a lead up to the mediocrity of madness, the second Doctor Strange movie. Since they didn't want to do anything correct with WandaVision, to have Doctor Strange in there, because I liked Avengers Disassembled. And I liked House of M. And I like Wanda as a character, as a mutant who has a hex magic ability, which in the Marvel Universe, in the proper comics, it is a whole rich, developed reality that isn't even being given a quintessence of what it could be.
But that was problematic, though, because they didn't have the license to use the term mutant. They couldn't call her a mutant. But they don't have to.
Oh, don't give me that crap with the mutant thing.
No.
They could have done with the magic.
Everybody
I'm talking about just
knows
magic.
She's Magneto's daughter, and she's a fucking mutant.
But they could have done just the magic stuff, like we talked about in the Werewolf by Night thing. They could be developing this magic stuff a lot more than, we've got Agatha. Ooh.
Oh, no. You got a point there, and there could be more besides just Doctor Strange delving into the supernatural.
Brother Voodoo, all the others.
There is a whole lot more to explore, and Werewolf by Night was one.
And that was it.
Even on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they had the Ghost Rider and the Book of Darkhold, and they went there for a short time.
Alluded to the Book of Darkhold being an alien artifact, right?
And I don't remember that much about it, but I do remember that it was the new Ghost Rider, the muscle car guy, not Johnny Blaze,
or Danny Keith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was the Hispanic kid with the muscle car.
The fourth one.
Yeah, the most recent one from the comics.
From the failed HasLab, yes.
Had the jacket that looked just like the one he wore in the comic and everything. They had him decked out, and even his flaming skull, the way it looked, was the way it was drawn in the comic. It was different from Johnny Blaze's.
What I'm saying is their development or treatment of
so they
magic,
did it better in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is what I'm saying.
The way they're dealing and treating magic is just beyond reprehensible.
And the thing is, with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., again, I don't want to belabor it, but they waited until after Doctor Strange, the first movie, came out to start delving into that.
Yeah.
Specifically, they wanted to introduce
you mean like they
all
had
that.
a plan or an idea?
Right. You know, they were
They
holding
don't have
up.
an idea now. They're just...
No, they were holding up on all that magic mystical stuff until we saw it in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And then once Doctor Strange came out, it should have
been the fucking floodgates opening.
really...
Every fucking thing everywhere.
They should have had a whole lot more than they have. Yes.
And this is what they give you. This is unacceptable.
And really, as far as my understanding, Wanda's powers are not really magic.
No.
Like Doctor Strange,
No.
Master of the Mystic Arts. It's not mystic, it's mutant.
But given... All right, hold on. Let's go down this road. So it comes from one of the Infinity Gems, a quantum containment unit.
That would have magnified whatever inherent power that she had.
Let's just say she's not a mutant. Because, the Fox rights, and then go suck a dick. But anyway.
Now that they got the mutant...
But I don't care about that.
License.
No, but I don't care about the license. I don't
she
care
could be
about none of that.
identified as
No.
a mutant that was
Let's
never identified.
go with...
We'll see.
No, let's go with the quantum containment unit only. So it is the
Mind Stone
Yeah, say it's a fraction of that power.
unlocked that chaos magic within her
Yeah, so...
and put her into that.
So she should always be way more powerful than she is. And then let's talk about...
Well, I don't think she
Let's talk
realized
about
the extent of her power or the
that's-
potential of it.
That's called bad
And
writing.
even all the stuff at Westview was pretty much subconscious. She was not consciously doing any of that shit. She didn't realize the extent of her powers until
bad writing,
that
Eric.
happened.
It's called bad writing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It
It is absolutely bad writing. Let's talk about little Billy. How is Billy alive? Why is Billy alive? They made a whole fucking movie of trying to get the kids back. And if this is Billy, then what the fuck?
And it was the same kids that played him in the series.
I don't care about that.
No, and now here he is 3 years older. And different kid playing it. Whatever. I like the kid in the series though, man. I would like to have seen him still be Wiccan, but whatever.
Yeah, that's not the what the fuck's going on there?
That's a question I have, and I hope they answer it.
That's all you're gonna get.
I mean, I really hope they answer it, because where's Tommy during this time? And it makes sense that Tommy would not be involved in this quest on the Witch's Road. I got no problem with that.
About that. Yeah,
but
that's not even...
where is he? What is he doing during all this? And I'm like, Wanda couldn't pick up that they were still around.
Yeah.
Wait, but she could pick up on
In
another
an alternate reality?
another universe where, she found a variant of herself that had the kids and wanted to go take over that variant's life so she could have the kids back or whatever.
So again, no planning.
And I mean,
What the fuck?
and she couldn't pick up on the fact that her own kids are actually still here.
Or at least the one that's magic.
And I've said this. I don't know if I said it in one of our talks or not, but
Oh, you have.
I would take it that Agatha must have had a hand in their conception in the hex, and then she would have
But then
potentially had a hand in them not ceasing to exist when the hex was lifted, because they really didn't show us that. they made it out like that was what was happening to them, but we don't know that for 100%. We didn't see them dissipate like we did the Vision. So they could have somehow not ceased to exist at that moment, and I think Agatha would have had a hand in that somehow. And I hope that they address it.
They won't.
And if they don't, I'm going to have a real problem.
Good.
Absolutely.
You should.
I do that.
You should have a whole problem with this whole show.
What the fuck, man?
This whole show is a problem.
Wiccan,
because of that.
No, Wiccan and Speed are Young Avengers. And so, when they get to the Young Avengers, they better be part of the team. And how are they going to justify having them there? And now, all of a sudden, we got Billy in the picture. And like I say, I'm just wondering, where the fuck's Tommy during all this? And are they going to come back and tell something to in some down the road or not, whatever, to
well, but we have to get the Scarlet
to catch
Witch
up
back.
with Tommy, Speed, and yeah, I think potentially, her and Billy could go find him after this series is done. It might be the next movie that they make. It's
a movie I won't be seeing.
The Search for Speed, so to speak.
Oh my God.
Who knows?
It seems like a desperate attempt at grasping at straws. They are living off the fumes of victory, which was Endgame.
But you know what? It's a comic
That was 6
book,
years
man.
ago.
And anything can happen in the comics, and they do this shit all the time, and we buy into it.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
It just depends on how...
The company is living off the fumes of Endgame, and they haven't delivered anything since Endgame. Anything of interest. There have been pockets of possibilities that never materialized.
Right, there's that. And
because when a coworker asked me about when a coworker asked me about Shang-Chi, what do you think it's going to be about? Well, I kind of rolled it all out that it would be an introduction to the 7 celestial cities of heaven, and maybe we might get an appearance from Iron Fist, whether it's a new one or the TV one or whatever the fuck. I don't care about licensing or any of that other horse shit, but just something to connect it to the larger universe of other dimensions and other planes of existence. This, that, and the other. And we didn't get that. And he said, well, your story sounds better than what's going to happen. I go, well, thank you.
We got the story of the 10 rings and all that.
Which I don't even mind the 10 rings. I actually like that. But more. I want more because it is such a rich tapestry of how many fucking years of the comic books that they can't do something good? I know it's Disney, but Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, really, they just scratched the surface with it, and they
aren't even doing that.
They're going to come back to it. There's going to be a Shang-Chi 2. Who knows? They may delve into it then. But the thing is, though, like you're saying, though, that they dangle these carrots out, and then by the time they get back to it, it's been so long that people have either forgotten it,
don't care anymore,
didn't see it in the first place with the carrot dangling, and don't understand why this is significant when they finally get back to it, and that's an issue too. It is.
So this isn't. I'm not apathetic. I just don't care about any of it. They shouldn't have done Endgame. They should have had Thanos be the big bad, the big lurking menace. Oh, but we have to get that money. We got to get that money right now.
Well, no, Endgame it had to happen because the whole thing leading up to it.
They could have dragged it out for another 10 years,
Infinity Saga,
but they didn't want to spend the money on the actors. So it's all about the money. And they're losing their shirt now. Of course it is. They're all losing their shirt now.
It's a business. They're in business to make money.
But they don't act like it's a business. They act like it's a fucking project or a burden that they have to carry, and they don't want to carry it, so they just fop it off onto whoever the fuck, and they don't know what they're doing because, and we get shit like this.
And that's the thing too, is that because they're doing such
inconsistency,
poor content. they don't really have their pick of the industry like they did 10 years ago of A-listers that are dying to get in on this Marvel universe because...
And the fact that they don't have people that read the comic books. Listen, Bobby Iger, you're a real dumb fuck. And fucking Kevin Feige, you're a dumb fuck too.
No, they've even discouraged people from...
reading the comics.
Going back and reading the books and
stupid.
Seeing what this is that they're making a movie out of. Just tell your story. Don't worry about reading it.
This is how you get Tommy Lee Jones playing the Joker. Oh, wait. No, he was Two-Face.
Yeah.
He sure acted like the Joker.
Yeah, and... Well, yeah, he was miscast in that. And much as I love Tommy Lee, I'm a big fan of his and all. It was not his fault. He was too old to play opposite Val Kilmer, for one, as Harvey did. And then the way the character was treated and the way he portrayed it was not Two-Face.
Like he was the Joker, no. Yeah.
It was not sinister. It was kind of like Michael Clark Duncan's Kingpin. He wasn't as sinister and intimidating as he needed to be either.
And Michael Clark Duncan totally could have fucking been
And he could have been. Oh, no, yeah.
Because he played it in Sin City.
He had the stature for it. He was physically
what he did in Sin City was perfect.
But what he did in that Daredevil movie, it was not the Kingpin. He just was too... I don't know how to put it, but like soft.
So again...
You know...
Marvel, you're fucking up.
And
Disney, you're fucking up. I'm tired of it.
And especially compared to Vincent D'Onofrio, which
exactly.
He embodies it and defines it, and I can't imagine anybody doing a better job than him. I could imagine somebody else maybe playing the role, but no way could they top what he's done with it. He's great.
Wow, so we're talking about all this other stuff that Marvel's fucking up because this show is so terrible. Anyway, with that, like, share, and subscribe.